How's it, folks? Welcome to another episode of 4x4 Viewfinder. Today we're going to be doing some cleaning. I've received a number of requests to show how one does it. Yeah, it's my way of doing it. You guys can do your own thing. It's really not set in stone. I've watched a number of these, what they call it, those detailing videos and so on, and I've just put together my own little thing. But yeah, it's short and sweet. It's pretty simple, straightforward, just to get your car maintained well and make sure that you're ready for your next 4x4 excursion. But yeah, so we'll start over the first step and then I'll take you on to what you need to do it properly. Folks, the first thing we need when we start off is our little handy sprayer, skilpykie as we call it here. And what you're going to do is you're going to take this guy and shove it under your vehicle and move it piece by piece as you go, while you are busy preparing your water and everything for cleaning off all your high pressure hose to clean off your vehicle. But yeah, you stick this one in first and let that run while you figure your stuff out.
No, so can you give me a tempo that's like yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's it right there.
Right, folks, so I went through that process pretty quickly, but normally if you've gone through mud or you've done some terrain where there's a lot of stuff stuck under your vehicle, that might take a bit longer. And in that case, what you can do is you take the spray, you shove it in, you leave it for 2 to 3 minutes, move it again, and so you move on. But we just went and did some sand, some loose sand, and so it comes out pretty easily. It's not much stuck to the bottom of the vehicle, so you just quickly run it through at the bottom, especially the sand. Sand tends to hold salt and that stuff, and it also helps deteriorate the bottom of the vehicle, so it's good practice to do that. Right, next up we want to know what we're going to be using. We're using 2 buckets. I use the 2 bucket system. First one has soapy water and stuff, and the other one has clean water. You wash with the soapy water, you rinse in the clean water, you soap again in the soapy water, and so you go and you wash. Right, I've got the high foam car shampoo, I've got the multi-purpose cleaner, I've got this little handy spray gun. It's nice for applying the soapy foam, but I'll take you through that process. The chamois or any drying instrument or thing that you have, your favorite washing mitt, and an old rag for cleaning the rims. Then this silicone spray. It does very well on the inside of the vehicle to make everything shine and maintain so it doesn't crack or anything in the sun. Right? Brush, soft bristle brush, helps to get into those little cracks and crannies of the vehicle on the inside. Then your silicone application rag that you use for this for the inside. I use this one for the inside of the vehicle, and I use this one for the outside of the vehicle. Now, like I said, folks, this is not probably the best way, the penultimate way of doing it, but you know, if you can do this, you can do a pretty good job of maintaining your vehicle over a long period of time and having many happy marks. But yeah, let's get into the next stage. Okay, I use a high pressure washer, but you don't need to. You can use your normal hose as well, but what you do in that case is you'd have to hose it twice. So the first time you hose it, you hose down everything you can, you see all the dirt and all that stuff, and you let it stand for 2 to 3 minutes. Let that moisture suck into the dirt and stuff that's still attached, then hose it off again. You'll see that it gets even better. You want to try and get as most of the dirt off as you possibly can before you start washing, especially if you've done sand, because the sand and mud and stuff is stuck on the body of the car, and you start washing it, you get those ugly swirl marks and all those things. So it's good practice to do that. But yeah, let's get into power washing. Right folks, so after a thorough power washing your vehicle, the first thing you're going to do now is take your handy little spray can, and there's already some mix still left in here. I'm just going to top it up slightly. So what I do is, it's all up to you, depends on how much you want it to mix. I always say the more the better. So give it a nice quantity of juice, somewhere well limited, for the recommended amount of juice in your washing bucket. And right, then a little bit of multi-purpose cleaner, not too much, because it could actually be a little bit corrosive, slightly a little bit. There we go. Right, hey, calm down, no panic. Right, top it up with water. What you do is, starting your vehicle, you just spray down all the surfaces you're going to wash, so wheels, everything. Take your time doing it. You might need more than 2 liters to do it. I work it out more or less 2 liters for this vehicle. So just spray your whole vehicle, and then you start topping up your water, and then we start the wash. Simple as that. Let's get into it. Right folks, so next up is vacuuming. Pretty straightforward procedure. Like you do with the washing, you start at the top and you work your way down. So I like to take this guy and start from wherever I can see dust or feel dust, work from the top, from your liner at the top, work down the dash, work your way down to the bottom. I always dust before I vacuum, because it's kind of pointless you vacuuming the bottom of the vehicle and then you dust and then all that stuff just goes down again, which means you have to vacuum again. So just simple procedure, start at the top, work your way down, and then vacuum. Take your mats out, all of your mats out, take everything that's on the inside, take it out of the car. Just makes it easier, so otherwise you have to sit and move stuff around when you clean it, and that's not lekker. Alright, so let's get into it.
No, so can you give me a tempo that's like
Right folks, so after the vacuum, take your lappy. Now, in some places you can just spray it like so, but I don't know if you can see on the camera just how much that actually oversprays. So what I like to do is take this guy like such, nice and clammy, and then you wipe it, and you actually get further with one spray than you would spraying it over like that, because I don't think you realize how much of it you actually waste on overspray, where now it's all caught up on this. So yeah, that's basically that. I'm going to run through the vehicle and then I'll show you how I clean the carpets. Right folks, so cleaning a carpet, now there's a multitude of ways you can do it. If you're in some rough mud or your carpets haven't cleaned for a very long time, good way of doing it, you take your carpet, put it on the ground, take your high pressure washer, blow all the dirt off as far as you can. Then take some soap and wash it down. Blow it with a high pressure hose again and it comes clean. But for this like superficial dirt, there's a couple of easy solutions. You can vacuum it or just brush it off. What I do is, because this is not really gone into the carpet, it's just basically, it just lays on top, especially sand. The thing is with sand, the more you work with it on the carpet, the deeper it actually goes into the carpet. So what I do is I just put it upright against the wall and I just brush it like this. And you'll see it all come off. Stickerish. And that way also now you prevent the sand from going in between the fibers and, you know, making more maracas and so on. So it's just, and it's quick as well. Just an old little scoop brush and should be sorted. Do this guy as well, see how it turns out. You can try different variations of movement. Try circling, especially with fibers like this. Circling works. Get the excess off first. Stickerish. Before and after. So yeah. So what I do is as I clean them I put them back. So yeah. Catch you on the flip side. Right folks, so home stretch. Right folks, so home stretch. Basically you run over all the parts that should be shiny on the outside of your vehicle, just like this. Also if there's finer parts like that, yeah. And if you're left with everything's nice and shiny on the outside, making the car look brand spanking new, you know, especially your logos and stuff. Just a little bit of attention to detail gets the car looking like new again. Right folks, there's it. Looks brand spanking new, and as you can see I'm not doing much special to it, just some techniques I've learned over the years that I'm applying. But yeah, I think it pays off in the end. And yeah, so folks, if you've got any comments, if you see something I'm doing wrong and you'd like to help me prevent that in the future, please do leave a comment, let me know, because you know, the more better you look after something, the longer it lasts you. That's my philosophy. So whatever I'm doing wrong, let me know. If you have additional tips, share it with the rest of us so that we can all maintain our vehicles in a pristine fashion. Anyway folks, well, that's about that, and yeah, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment and share on this platform, and until next time, happy 4x4ing.
Yeah, that's it right there.
I like what you say. Let's go to